I have some fun boxes here, and I thought it would be nice to open them up on camera. Well, I've already opened one. I got a little bit of yarn mail, knitting mail. Recently, I just picked it up yesterday, and I wanted to show you guys what exactly I got. It's kind of reminiscent of in December because it's Garthenor yarn. But I got it from someplace different because actually one of you were really sweet and messaged me and told me where I can find Garthenor yarn in Europe instead of getting it from the UK, because I did mention Garthenor, if you order it directly from the brand itself, it has a pretty expensive duty tax, or what do you call that? Yeah, something like that. So I had to pay a lot on top of the yarn that which was also kind of expensive. So I actually found this brand called Rowwork. Thank you so much to whoever sent me that suggestion. I think it was via Instagram. And I would really recommend you guys go check this place out. Apparently they also sell their own yarn, but I didn't get any of that this time. It comes with this little sweet card right here. And I actually ordered this in January. It arrived in January, and I didn't actually go pick it up until yesterday, which is like the end of February. So let's see what I got. I kind of forgot what I had gotten because it was at the pickup point for so long. I'm really lucky that I have this really nice old man who holds on to my packages for me because I get a lot. So anyway, here is what I've got to show you. It's more of the Snowdonia sock. Here it is in two different colors. I think two. These two might actually be different. What color is this? No, yeah. So I got two different colors. One's a little bit darker and one is lighter. This is actually the color that I have worked with before. So I worked up some socks for Christmas for my father-in-law, and they turned out really nice. I really loved working with this yarn, and I knitted up in this color plus a red color in the same sock base. And I was really happy with the result of those. And one of my goals for this year is to do more gift knitting, and I want to make socks for my dad as well as my brother because I'm planning on going to the US soon. So, I'm not sure who's gonna get what, but I got two darker, more masculine tones for them, and I'm gonna knit up some socks for them. So this is the Icarus colorway, the one that I've worked with before. It's a really beautiful, nice gray tone. You can see that it's twisted with two colors. So there's a lighter gray and a darker gray, and it twists together very nicely. And I really like it. It's 62.5% Romney wool and 37.5 Hebridean wool, which makes this really nice rusticy feel, but it's actually soft, very soft for how natural the look is. You would think it's a little bit, I think, more rough than what it actually feels like. So I think they make really good socks. I've tried them on as well, even though they were way too big for me, the socks that I knit up in December, and they felt really nice. And then I got this other color, which, just so that they don't all have matching socks, I got this color. It's a nice one. It's called Glendwer. I don't know. That is the name. Can you see it? That's the colorway, and it's an even darker combination. So it's like the darker gray that's used for this plus an almost black color, I want to say, which is really, really lovely. I think it looks so nice as well. Again, I'm not really sure who's gonna get what color, but I think this is definitely going to work up really nice for some nice men's socks, and they'll get a lot of wear, I hope, because they're made with love. Yeah, okay, so then I had something else. That I wanted to share. It's from Petite Knit. I've never ordered from Petite Knit before, but there were a couple of things in her shop that I wanted to give a try. Shipping was very fast. I was very surprised at how quick this got to me. So one of the things actually that really caught my eye in her shop was this elastic thread that's specific for knitwear. So you can see this right here. It's a really, really thin thread. So it's a really thin thread that I think you just kind of weave in or knit together with what you're doing. I need to do a little bit more research in it. But I think what you do is use this and kind of knit along, or at least just take a needle and then thread it through. It's a lot more delicate, a lot more dainty than the elastic that I'm able to find close to me. Most of the things that I can find are very thick, and even the thin versions are still more like elastic that you use in underwear or bathing suits. And I mean, it's nice, but it is still a little bit bulky. So I did want to just experiment and see how this would work out. So it's a 1mm elastic thread, and I'm really excited to give that a try. Another thing that I really wanted to give a try were these little silicone threads that you can use to try on your knits as you go. I'm one of those people that has kind of refused to buy this kind of thing for a while. I usually just use a spare needle and string to kind of put all my stitches off the needles and then try it on. That is a little bit more tedious because I'm assuming what you can do with this is use it with the needles still intact, which would be really handy. Again, I need to kind of look more into how to use it, but I thought that it would be really nice to have. And I mean, I really like the colors. I don't know why, I just find them really interesting. So I think this will be something really handy to have and keep in my stash to try things on every once in a while. Definitely be a little less tedious than threading things and then putting them back on the needles, definitely. And finally, the last thing that I got was this liquid soap with lanolin for wool. I usually use, or I have used, honestly, this really large tub of eco soap that's not really specific for wool. The reason I use it is because I haven't used it all yet. I don't want to really let it go to waste. I can just use it on my regular clothes in the washing machine, but that's just something that I've kind of put aside just for my knits. From what I understand with this, it's supposed to keep the natural oils of the wool intact, which I think should make a difference compared to the, just the store brand that I've been using. So I'm interested to give that a try, and if I really like it, I will continue to just use this or look into other brands and then just use whatever I have left of that eco soap for my regular clothes. Hey, I'm gonna need these. Can I take them? You comfortable? So I have some sweaters that I want to do some deep pilling on. You can kind of see that with wear, all of my sweaters really do start to collect pills, some more than others. All of these are mixed. No. This one is not mixed with any mohair, and I actually find that it pills the worst out of all of them. This is knit with Feeling Good yarn, so there's not a lot of twist to it, which makes it a little less durable. And these also, this was knit with Drops Air, and this had, it's the hip wool, which doesn't have a lot of twist either. So both of these don't have a lot of twist either, the yarns that were used. But since I mix them with mohair, I find that they're a little bit more durable, which is really interesting. Kind of a testament to always find a way to work mohair with your wool projects, just to add a little bit more strength to the fabric. Yeah, what I'm gonna do now is test out these two methods. Like I said, I got this comb, very interesting comb. Maybe you can see it a little bit better here now. Yeah, there's like, it's like wire. See? Really interesting. And then this one is just like your standard electric shaver. It has like really small holes and kind of like a fan blade, rotating blade that kind of creates a suction that sucks all of the pills into the contraption. I have always used a electric shaver. This I've never used before, but you know, some people think it's a bit of a safer option. So I'm interested to test it out. I'm going to just do some shaving now. A little bit of my Knitcare routine. Let's see which one actually is better, because this was like $10 and the other one was not. Yeah, and pills mainly gather around like your high friction areas, so this would be like under the arms and on the sides. That's where I find most of my pills form. And it's just because the different pieces of fabric kind of mesh together. Okay, well, we did some damage. Definitely a lot of fiber came off of those sweaters. So this is what I used with the comb. A lot came off, like a lot. So I did the entire blonde sweater with the comb. So that's this right here, basically. And then I did half of this, the orangey, brown, reddish, gingerbread sweater. I did that, half of it with the comb, and then the other half I did it with this steamery electric shaver. So I guess it's not even at all, actually. It definitely got more fiber with the comb, which kind of surprises me. I also used the steamery on this cardigan and barely got anything. Honestly, it wasn't really that pilly as I had thought it was. But the interesting find from today is that the comb does a lot better of a job, is more effective than the electric shaver. And I honestly didn't think it was going to be that obvious of a difference. I thought it was going to be kind of the same. And then you would just kind of choose based on your preference, like what do you like, because at least to me, the electric shaver gives like that perceived efficiency. And I don't even think that's perceived. I think it is more efficient time-wise. And you get off like the main pills, but if you use the comb, on the other hand, you're really getting off basically all of those loose fibers, but it takes a really long time. So it's kind of just like whatever you want to invest into your hand knit pieces, and if you really care about them, maybe the time is worth it, you know, in the end. I thought I was going to live and die by the electric shaver, but I might actually start using the comb more. The only thing about this one that I'll say is, because I mean, I used it on all stockinette stitch. I just don't really know how this would do with like a really textured knit. To me, I just worry that it's gonna affect the stitches in some way, like pulling it through. Whereas this, because it uses air to like suck it in, it's not as dangerous in my head, but I don't know. I'll have to test that out in the future. Yeah, so glad that those are all done. Definitely going to be nice so then I can wear them and I won't look so raggedy. The other thing I wanted to share was my socks. So they finished drying in, you know, less than 24 hours. So literally just put them to dry overnight and they're perfect to ready to start wear. They're perfect to start, they're ready to be worn. I personally just laid them flat, nothing special. I did put this one on the blocker just to show like you could do that between washes. I definitely have blocked my knits after I first knit them, but I know a lot of knitters don't block them after they wash them every time, because I honestly don't think it's necessary to. It lays flat after first knitting them, which is really great, but your feet naturally, I feel like, block your socks and it's just more fitted that way if you just put them directly on your feet versus this sock blocker. Wow. There's so much fiber on my desk right now. The last thing that I wanted to talk about was the wool wash that I used to wash both of these socks. The Petite Knit Keep Your Knits Clean, I think is what it's called. It's just an unscented lanolin wool wash. Yeah, I have no complaints about it. It's an unscented wool wash. It seems to be doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. These came out plenty clean. I noticed that it seemed to do a good job in the water as well. Maybe, you know, got a lot of dirt out, which was great. So I have no complaints. I think it's also a good purchase if you're looking for a wool wash for your knits. The real test will be for sweaters, I think, so I'm going to have to do that soon when I'm doing my next cycle of sweater washing. But for now, my review is positive, and if that changes, I'll definitely let you know. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go and put these knits away. So I'm gonna leave you guys here for now. Thank you all so much for watching and just hanging out with me, listening to me talk about my Knitcare routine. I hope maybe you learned something or you found a product that might be up your alley. If you like this video, definitely give it a like. It really helps me out. And maybe consider subscribing to stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!